guys, today I wanted to shoot this video in English because I think that this problem is something that all the women in the whole universe is suffering from. So I thought that it would be a bit better if I did this in English to speak out to other women living in other countries and maybe see that we can all connect and we can find solutions to this problem. So feminism is the theory of political, social and economic equality of the sexes, and as a description it actually shows itself. It's about the equality between men and women in all terms, but of course since we live in a patriarchal universe and we are suffering from their misogynistic views, I think it's really hard for women to speak up and talk about what they're suffering from in their lives. And I think in this video we can all share our views. You can leave your comments underneath so that we can all see it is actually really common and we all suffer from the same thing. So to begin with, I actually want to speak about women who are suppressed in terms of actually their body images. So women are usually objectified in the eyes of men, and all the society accepts this term because women's body is an image and it has a really beautiful shape and it's very normal and natural. And you know what's also natural? Showing off your best body parts. If you have nice and long legs, you can wear short skirts or shorts and there's nothing wrong with that. If you have, I don't know, nice breasts, you can show it off with wearing something that shows it off, I don't know. But you know what the problem is? Men. The minute you wear something like that and go out, men feel that they have the right to comment on what you're wearing or call you some other adjectives that you don't actually deserve to be called. And I don't want to say this on this video because it's really shameful. And then you know what, when something happens, women are the ones who are problematic in this issue. So when there are, I don't know, like, I don't want to talk about this, it's a heavy subject, but when something bad happens and let's say that you're wearing something really short and a man comes up to you, like tries to flirt with you, and you want to keep them away but they're really coming on to you, and when something like this happens, when you shout out, they're like, no, it's you, it's because of what you have worn, it's because of how you behaved, and then they have the right to come on to you because you aroused them. So what kind of a comment is this? It's not about you, it's not what you wear, it's not how you behave. Of course you might have the traits of being flirtatious, but there's nothing wrong with that. It doesn't mean that you are kind of making men aroused to come on to you. It's not like that. And so when something like this happens, the guilty ones are always the women. I've always seen that. It's 100% women's fault, and it's not true. It's not like this, it's because we live in this patriarchal world and people are biased and these misogynistic views are all around us. It's really hard to ignore these facts because we have all seen that, we have all lived that. I have lived that. I don't know, it's as if we're going back to Victorian times, in the 19th century, where women are supposed to do the domestic chores, to stay at home because they have to, provide this harmony within the family, while the men are supposed to, bring money to home, to go out, live in public, while women should be in the domestic sphere, but men can really enjoy the public sphere and go to work, meet their friends, or even hang out at pubs, whatever. So they have this right, but women don't. And as I say, it's back in the 19th century. We live in the 21st century and nothing has changed. It's still the same. The things might have changed, the situations, the circumstances might have changed, but the mindset is the same. And I don't know, whatever we try to do, whatever we try to change, it never changes. So the problem is we have to be able to tell this to everyone we know. We have to tell this to our brothers, we have to tell this to our fathers, we have to tell this to our male friends. We have to make sure that they realize there's nothing wrong with being a woman, and you don't have the right to say anything that comes to your mind when you see a beautiful lady out there in the streets who might have worn short skirts or shorts. You know, there is nothing wrong with that. So actually what prompted me to shoot such a video is something that Cara Levine posted on her Instagram. She has compiled a video of female celebrities who have been asked literally really silly questions, and it's really degrading. I mean, I'm laughing right now out of anger and sadness actually. And you know, let's say if it's a program about private lives of celebrities and you are the host there, okay, you have the right to ask such private questions because it's the theme of your show. But you're a paparazzi and you're out there, there's a red carpet and the celebrities are walking down, and you only get the chance to ask just one question because it's really hectic there and they're just coming and going. So the kind of question that you choose to ask in that special moment that you get to have with Rihanna is whether she's taking any man that night. So I don't know, I'm really pissed about this. And then the video moves on to Taylor Swift. They ask the same question to her, and the most problematic side in that video is that the host is female. The presenter that is female. And then she asks Taylor whether she'll be taking any man tonight, because she thinks that it seems as if she is doing so because she has shown off her legs, she has worn a really short dress, and then she asks the cameraman to shoot her legs. What kind of a woman are you? I mean, you have the same sex and you don't get to shame any other woman in such specific moment, because there are many cameras, many paparazzis there, they're taking pictures, the camera is actually doing a live action there, and then I don't know, you don't get to do this to any other woman. I don't know, what else did you expect her to wear? I mean, it's a red carpet night and everyone is showing off their best size. And you know, she's tall, she's really tall, and Taylor Swift is known for her long legs. Of course she'd be showing off her legs tonight. What else did you expect? I mean, would she attend the red carpet ceremony with her pajamas? No, of course not. I mean, it's really absurd that you did such a thing. Asking the cameraman to shoot her legs rather than her face, or rather than what you're speaking about. What kind of a woman are you? It's really bothering, and I'm really pissed about this right now, even as I am speaking right now. The video moves on to Scarlett Johansson, and I think she's talking about her part in the Marvel films, and then they ask her whether she managed to wear any underwear. I don't know how else to respond to this, and she laughs, as I did just seconds ago. And then she asks whether they ask the same questions to men, and he's like, no. And Scarlett says, then why are you asking this to me? I mean, I'm here to talk about my films, why do you ask about my underwear? And it's not up to you, I mean, whether I have worn or I haven't. It's not up to you. It's none of your business. I mean, I'm an actress and I play parts in really huge blockbuster films, and I'm here to talk about my role, I'm here to talk about my acting skills, or I'm here to talk about any other films. I'm here as an actress, I'm not here as a model, and even if I'm a model, you don't get to ask about my underwear. So I don't know, why do you do this? It's really upsetting. And why do you wonder my underwear? I mean, why? And why did you think that the audience watching this would also wonder whether I wore an underwear or not? Why? Well done world. I have nothing more to say about this. I have recently seen Miss Americana, the documentary of Taylor Swift, and she's really opening up in that documentary. And we see that there is more behind the scenes. These celebrities, of course, they live their lives openly in public. So it's quite normal to think that these people are just objects, but actually they are human beings and they live the same things that we live. Videonun bu kısmında Türkçe'ye geçmek istiyorum. Çünkü biraz Türkçe'de bunu ifade edersem eğer daha samimi gelebilir belki Türk izleyicilere. Feminizm kesinlikle kadın erkek eşitliğini savunan bir şey. Kadınları ön plana alan bir şey değil. Bu konuda çok yanlış anlaşılma oluyor. Ve bu feminizm üzerinden konuşmayı istememin sebebi de son zamanlarda denk geldiğim birkaç video. Bir sürü ünlü insan, Rihanna, işte Taylor Swift, Britney Spears, bu bahsettiğim bütün örnekler. Bu konuda yargılanan insanlar ve buna denk geldiğim için açıkçası bir paylaşım yapma ihtiyacı hissettim. Şahsen de benim çok rahatsız olduğum bir konu aynı zamanda. Kadınları bir obje olarak değerlendirmek, kadınların özel hayatlarına karışabileceklerini düşünmeleri, genel olarak erkeklerin bu ataerkil toplum düşüncesi içerisinde kadınlara yargılayıcı yaklaşması beni gerçekten çok rahatsız ediyor. Ve bu sürecin değişmesi için de biraz kadınlar olarak da bir şeyler yapmamız gerektiğini düşünüyorum. Ama bunu düşündüğüm noktada da tam tersi kadınların birbirini daha çok yargıladığını, kadınların birbirini daha çok kıskandığını ve kadınların birbirinin ayağını kaydırmaya daha çok çalıştığını görüyorum. Ve bu biraz bence hani bilmiyorum değişmesi gereken bir şey. Özellikle 21. yüzyıldayız ve hala 19. 18. yüzyıldaki gibi davranmaya devam ediyoruz. Bir pirinç boyu kadar ilerleyemedik ve bu beni dediğim gibi gerçekten rahatsız ediyor. Özellikle kadınların artık kadınları daha çok alaşağı ediyor olması, daha çok birbirlerinin arkalarından konuşuyor olmaları beni gerçekten sorgulatmaya başladı o yüzden. Umarım bu video biraz bilinçlendirici olmuştur. İnsanları yargılama konusunda biraz daha beynimizde bir şeyleri süzgeçten geçirmemiz gerektiğini size umarım göstermiştir. Hiç kimsenin hayatına %100 empati kuramayız. Hiçbirimiz onların hayatında olup biteni %100 bilemeyiz. Onlar olmadığımız sürece. Dolayısıyla bu noktada kesinlikle hassas davranmamız ve büyük çerçeveyi gerçekten görmemiz gerekiyor. Hiçbir taraf tutmadan. Beni dinlediğiniz için teşekkür ederim. Umarım fikirlerim size biraz yol gösterici olabilir.